Hello, and welcome to Anti-Social Studies, where you can get tutored from your own couch. My name is Maddie. I'm a recent Harvard graduate and an experienced tutor, and I've created this series to help you slay the SAT. These sessions will give you an overview of all parts of the SAT. You'll be exposed to general strategies, as well as specific strategies to help you on each individual section, including the essay. The number one thing that will help you succeed on test day is practice, which is probably not a shock to you. In these videos, I'll be using this book as a guide. It's written by College Board themselves, which is the company that produces and writes the SAT. In my opinion, it's best to use a practice book written by the people who write the actual test. But here's a secret. You don't have to buy the book. If you've already invested in it, or if you have that kind of money laying around, awesome. Go for it. There's a link in the description below if you want to buy it. However, they stock them at most local libraries, so if you'd like to just go and practice with a pencil in books at the library, that's totally fine. Or they have all of the practice tests that are in the back of this book for free on the College Board website, which is also linked below. The only thing that I ask is that you print out a practice test before we're going to practice it in these videos. I'll let you know which test and which sections we're using before the video gets started. That way you can print it out, get your pencil ready, and practice the way that you're actually going to take the test, which is found to be the most effective. Most libraries will let you print for pretty cheap if you don't have a printer at home, but either way, I really suggest that you print the tests out so that you can practice them with pencil and paper just like you will on test day. I'm going to highlight that you need a pencil for the SAT, all sections including the essay, so please bring pencils with you on test day. The SAT is made up of 4 sections: reading, writing and language, math, and the essay. The reading section is 65 minutes long with 52 questions over the course of 5 passages. Each of the 5 passages have about 10 to 11 questions that go with them. That gives you about 15 minutes per passage with its 10 to 11 questions included. In this section, you'll answer questions about the meaning of words in context, deciding why an author included a certain detail, finding the main idea in an entire passage, comparing 2 passages, or pinpointing information on a graph. The writing and language section will be your second section on the SAT, right after reading and a 5-minute break. By the way, I'll go over what you need to bring with you on test day in a separate video, but you can bring a snack and a water bottle to use during that 5-minute break if you'd like. The writing and language section is only 35 minutes long with 44 questions. That means you have about 47 seconds to answer each question. In reality, some of them are going to take you a little bit longer than that. Some of them you can answer a little bit quicker. But it's good to have an idea of how many questions you have to answer in about how much time so that you can keep track of your pacing. This section focuses on both big picture editing and little picture editing. Little picture editing focuses on things like grammar, word choice, punctuation, while big picture editing focuses on things like flow, organization, tone. Your writing and language score will be combined with your reading score to make one verbal score between 200 and 800. The thing that makes up the rest of your SAT score is math. That's also scored on a scale from 200 to 800. The essay is scored separately out of 5. The math sections will be the 3rd and 4th sections on the SAT. Right after the reading section, a 5-minute break, and the writing and language section. You'll first get a 25-minute section during which you cannot use a calculator, and then after a short break, you'll move into the 55-minute section during which you can use a calculator. The questions on the no calculator part of the math test are designed so that you won't have to use a calculator, so don't worry too much about it. But make sure that you're practicing it without a calculator so that you're prepared for those types of questions. Both sections will begin with multiple choice questions. Then you'll be asked for some student-produced responses, more commonly known as grid-ins. On the calculator section, some of these grid-ins will relate to one another as part of one longer extended thinking question. So here's the breakdown. There's a no calculator section first. It has 15 multiple choice and 5 grid-ins, and it's 25 minutes long. Then you'll get a break. And then there's the calculator section, which has 30 multiple choice, followed by 8 grid-ins, including 1 extended thinking question, and that all is 55 minutes long. In total, the math sections together are 58 questions, and they give you 80 minutes to complete them. But remember, the sections are separate, so you can't go back to the no calculator section while you're completing the calculator section. Make sure that you complete all of your no calculator questions within that 25 minutes allotted, and then move on when they tell you to the calculator questions for 55 minutes. Last but certainly not least, the essay. I know that the essay can be intimidating, and I know that technically it's optional, but it looks really good for colleges if you do complete the essay, and I'm going to teach you how to do it in a snap so you can do a really good job on it. I highly, highly suggest that everybody complete the essay. The SAT essay is a pretty short assignment. You get 50 minutes total. You have to read a passage, which is usually 650 to 750 words long, analyze the devices the author uses to structure their argument, and write a full-fledged essay. But we're going to break it all down in a separate video, so don't worry too much about it right now. I know, this is all a lot to take in. I've just thrown a ton of stuff at you in a very short period of time, and I'm sure everybody's feeling overwhelmed. But just take a breath. Don't worry. There are lots of videos in this series for you to practice each section, get super familiar with it, and go into test day feeling really, really confident. The rest of the videos in this series will go through each section in detail, and we'll complete some practice questions together as well. The more you practice, the better you'll do. It actually is that simple. Because the secret is that the SAT is not testing how smart you are. The SAT is testing how well prepared you are for the SAT. That's it. As long as you put in the time and effort, you can get your personal best score on test day. Thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe, share it with your friends if you think it's something that would be useful for them, and click that bell notification icon so that you get notified when I upload a new video. Leave a comment below. If you have any questions at all, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Also leave a comment if you have suggestions for other videos you'd like me to make. This is a tutoring channel that covers all subjects K-12, and I would be happy to cover anything that you're having trouble with. Happy studying!